Landscaping YouTube channel.
Hi, I'm Dalton Quigley, owner of Quigley's Landscaping and the Nashville Landscaping YouTube channel. And we show you lots of projects. So today I'm going to be doing a FlagStone patio in a backyard in Brentwood, Tennessee. This patio is going to be built right against a composite deck. The colors match fantastic with both the home and the deck. And this project is going to consist of digging out the area, putting in a small layer of gravel. We're going to do some concrete, and then over that we're going to mortar our flagstone, and the final process will be grouting and cleaning up the flagstone. So come with me, watch how this happens. Maybe you'll learn something, and if you're in the Nashville general area, maybe you'll give me a call and have us do one for you. See you soon. Okay, here we are on day one. Right here, it's nothing but grass. We're going to start digging out. We're planning our digging from the beginning to account for the slope. We've got to go an inch for every 8 feet, which gives us roughly an inch and a half from right here to the end of 13 feet over there. So we're going to dig out, we're going to put our gravel, and I'll check in a little later with you. See you in a little bit. Okay, so we've begun this morning, and let me show you what we're doing. Right here, we've got these stakes. We've got these concrete stakes. And I've driven them in at the corners and across the middle of it. So I've got one here, one on that corner, one on that far corner, there and there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run strings from the upper area of the patio to the lower, so that I'll then be able to take a tape measurer and go along and know exactly where I'm at with my level as I'm doing everything. So I'm going to do some gravel, I'm going to know where I'm at with that, I'm going to do some concrete, I'll know exactly where I'm at with that, and then I'll also do my flagstone level at the very end, and it's all figured out from the beginning by subtracting the amount of inches that you start off with. You start off at that finished level, you know, and on down. Great, check in later, bye. Okay, now take a look across here. We've skimmed off the grass, we've dug it down, and it's sloped. Next, we're going to put a layer of gravel. Okay, so now we've got the area dug out and sloped, and we're putting our gravel in. Perfect. Now a few hours have gone by and we've gotten our gravel out here. We've got it all sloped appropriately. Now what we're going to do is add our concrete. So this is going to be a concrete pad. It doesn't have to look pretty. It needs to be kind of rough for the stone and mortar to stick on later. So that's what you start off with. You're going to dig your area. You're going to put your gravel down, compact it, get the air worked out of it. Next you're going to put your concrete layer, and then the final step is going to be applying the stone and grouting. So right now we're at the stage where we're going to be putting our concrete over this area and just take a look and see how it goes. Hi, today is day 3 and I'm here with the first stone getting mortared in on the corner. We had to set our chalk lines up so they have appropriate slope. And we started our first piece. We're going on top of the existing concrete that we made with some mortar and the first piece of flagstone. Let's check in later. Good morning. Okay, so I'm well into the project and I want to give you an update on some things. I kind of passed this up, but let me step back a little bit and show you some things. Okay, so you're going to need to set up your string line. So I've got these concrete stakes, and your string line, you're going to need to set that up according to the level that you want your finished surface. I've got that stretched out over here to the end, and you can see I'm going right along that string line with my stone. So the top of the patio, where it needs to be, it needs to have 1.5 inches fall to this point so that water drains off the patio properly. So I'm going to start off with tying my string, then I'm going to measure down to my different layers that I'm going to do. My concrete, well, first my digging out and putting in the gravel, then next the concrete layer, then finally the stone. So that tells you, where your string is going to start off at. And then when you get over here to this other end, you're going to add 1.5 inches so that you can have your proper slope. Or well, you're going to minus it off. You're going to go down 1.5 inches from there. So once, let's say you set your line up and you're perfectly level, then you're going to measure down 1.5 inches, and that's going to give you your slope. So you want to do that in more than one place so you can follow your string across the patio. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a string. Okay, so great. Then you're going to mortar in your stone. You're going to put your stone into your mortar on top of that concrete base that you made. You're going to need a couple of things after that. You're going to need a long level, a torpedo level, or a little short level, and then a nice long board, maybe 4 or 5 feet, with a absolutely perfectly level surface to it, so that you can stretch it over longer distances and make sure that your surface is nice and smooth. So let's take a look. Right here I've got this orange level, my torpedo, and then my board, which I've got my arrows on it, that big pinkish arrow pointing down. So what you do is you're going to use your torpedo level to level each stone. You're going to use your larger level to make sure it's level over a greater distance, and then you're going to use your very long board to cover even greater distances. And all of that you're going to match up to your string that you have going in different places across the patio. Great, let's check back in later and see how things go. Bye. Okay, so when you're mixing your mortar for doing your grout, you're going to need one of these little mortar bags. They come with a really narrow tip on the end, so you have to cut it off a little wider, or else concrete can't fit through it. And your mix has to be really wet for it to slide down through here, or else you're going to have a lot of trouble. So great, wide tip on the end. Use one of these. You're going to squeeze it like icing into the cracks. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is a 3-step process. Right here, you've already got your FlagStone mortar down, and you've left gaps so that you can put your mortar down. So now, the first step is going to be, we're going to squeeze the mortar into the joint. We're going to let that harden for a while. Then we'll come back. We'll take our trowel and we'll smooth that out and remove the excess. And then thirdly, we'll take water and a sponge and smooth that out so we get a perfect joint. Let's take a look. when you get done with your mortaring and then you're grouting and smoothing it over and using your sponge to make it nice and smooth, you're going to also wipe down those stones. Keep rinsing the sponge in the water, having a clean sponge and wiping off the stone. Lastly, you're going to pressure wash. Okay, so first you're going to dig out your space where you want your patio, and you're going to mark all that out. Then you're going to put your stakes in and mark your slope for proper drainage of the patio. After you dig it out, you're going to put your gravel in, you're going to do your concrete layer, then you're going to do a layer of flagstone. On top of that, you're going to mortar that down, make sure they're all nice and level, and you're going to use those different sized levels so that you can make sure everything's nice and smooth all the way across. Then after that, you're going to come through and put your grout, and you're going to do those processes where you put the grout in, you kind of scrape it off, then you sponge it smooth. Then after that, at the very end, you're going to let it sit a day so that your grout hardens and everything, and you're going to lightly pressure wash to remove some of the film on the flagstone. And then this is what you'll have, an insanely gorgeous flagstone patio. Thank you for watching one of my videos. I'm Dalton Quigley. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like my video. Like and subscribe for more of my great videos. I'm going to have lots of awesome videos just like this one. See you soon. Bye. Now I'll tell you what, that subscribe button was on the screen 3 times and you didn't click it yet? Click it now! Hurry up!